Posterior abdominal wall consists of following structures. It consists of abdominal aorta that we are going to discuss later, inferior vena cava, abdominal parts of azygous vein, hemiazygous vein, lymph nodes of posterior abdominal wall, and muscles of posterior abdominal wall. We are going to start our chapter with muscles of posterior abdominal wall. Remaining topic will be discussed later. Now let us discuss about the muscles of posterior abdominal wall. Posterior abdominal wall consists of following muscles: quadratus lumborum, psoas major, psoas minor, and iliacus muscle. First of all, psoas major muscle. Let us discuss its origin, insertion, nerve supply, and action. Psoas major muscle is a muscle that originates from the lower border and the anterior surface of the transverse process of all lumbar vertebrae. I have drawn T12, L1, L2, L3, L4, L5. So as you can see in this diagram, this is psoas major muscle and it originates from the anterior border and from the anterior surface and the lower border of the transverse process of all lumbar vertebrae. This muscle also originates from the adjacent vertebrae bodies from T12 to L5 and also from the intervertebral disc. So you can see in this diagram that psoas major muscle originates from the anterior surface lower border of the transverse process of all lumbar vertebrae and from the adjacent vertebrae bodies from T12 to L5. Psoas major muscle is finally inserted over the lesser trochanter of the femur bone. This muscle passes behind the inguinal ligament and is inserted over the lesser trochanter of the femur bone along with iliacus muscle. Psoas major muscle is innervated by spinal nerves L2, L3 and sometimes L4. Now let us discuss about the actions of psoas major muscle. With iliacus, psoas major muscle is a powerful flexor of the hip joint. It also maintains the stability of the hip, and if one side muscle acts, it brings about the lateral flexion of the trunk on that side. And also psoas major muscle is a weak medial rotator of the hip. So we can say psoas major muscle is powerful flexor of the hip. It gives stability to the hip. It brings about lateral flexion of the trunk on that side, and also it is a weak medial rotator of the hip. Let us discuss about the next muscle, which is psoas minor muscle. As you can see in this diagram, I have drawn psoas minor muscle. This is T12 and L1. As you can see that psoas minor muscle originates from the lateral side of the bodies of T12 and L1. This muscle is finally inserted over the pecten pubis and as well as iliopubic eminence. So this is psoas minor muscle that originates from the lateral sides of the bodies of T12 and L1 and is inserted over the pecten pubis. Psoas minor muscle is innervated by spinal nerve L1 and it is a weak flexor of the trunk. Now let us discuss about iliacus muscle. I have drawn iliacus muscle. As you can see in this diagram, iliacus muscle originates from the iliac fossa. It also originates from the iliolumbar ligament and also from the sacroiliac ligament. So this muscle is finally inserted over the lesser trochanter along with psoas major muscle. Both these muscles, like psoas major and iliacus muscle, these muscles are the powerful flexors of the hip joint. So it flexes the hip joint. And this muscle is innervated by branches from the femoral nerve L2 and L3. So iliacus muscle, it originates from the iliac fossa, from the inner lip of the iliac crest, iliolumbar ligament, sacroiliac ligament, and this muscle is finally inserted over the lesser trochanter of the femur. Now let us discuss about the muscle which is quadratus lumborum. As you can see in the diagram, quadratus lumborum muscle, it originates from the transverse process of lumbar vertebrae L5, iliolumbar ligament, and also from the inner lip of the iliac crust. So, quadratus lumborum muscle originates from the transverse process of L5, inner lip of the iliac crust, and from the iliolumbar ligament. This muscle is inserted over the transverse process of upper four lumbar vertebrae and also is inserted on the medial half of the anterior surface of the 12th rib. I have drawn this 12th rib. So it is inserted over the upper four lumbar vertebrae transverse processes and over the medial half of the 12th rib. Quadratus lumborum muscle is innervated by ventral rami of spinal nerve T12 to L4. It fixes the last rib during inspiration. When one side muscle acts, it causes the lateral flexion of the vertebral column, and when both sides muscle act, it brings about the extension of the lumbar vertebral column.